Richard Kiley as Jurassic Park Tour voice. Richard Kiley was born on March 31, 1922 in Chicago, USA, and left a unique impression on global audiences as the voice of the tour guide in Jurassic Park, 1993. When he lent his voice to the role at 71 years old, Kiley's warm, rich baritone, his signature sound, brought life to the narration that led visitors through the dinosaur park, a voice so distinctive the park's owner boasted that no expense had been spared to hire him. In real life, Kiley grew up in an Irish Catholic family in Chicago. His childhood was shaped by the struggles of the Great Depression, where he learned humility and perseverance. After serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II, he returned to pursue his passion for the stage, slowly building his reputation through sheer determination. Perhaps it was the memory of those difficult early years that shaped the resolve and heartfelt tone he brought to his work, even in his small but memorable role in Jurassic Park. In his final years, Kiley was diagnosed with myelodysplasia, a rare bone marrow disease that quietly sapped his strength, forcing him to turn down projects he had long hoped to pursue. Yet, like Don Quixote, whom he famously played, Kiley continued to give his all, living by the words of the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe. Throughout his life, Kiley was known for his dedication, integrity, and simple lifestyle. He remained devoted to his second wife, Patricia Ferrier, and was a beloved father to 6 children from his first marriage. Kiley passed away at 76 on March 5, 1999, leaving behind an estimated net worth of $4 million, earned from a brilliant 50-year career that brought him 2 Tonys, 4 Emmys, 2 Golden Globes, and countless acclaimed roles on stage, screen, and in voice work. Michael Jeter as Udesky. Michael Jeter was born on August 26, 1952, in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and left a lasting mark on global audiences as Udesky, the small but courageous mercenary in Jurassic Park 3, 2001. When he took on the role at 49 years old, Jeter brought to Udesky a reluctant humor and a sense of fragility in a wild and dangerous world, much like his real life, where he constantly struggled between talent, tragedy, and fate. In real life, Jeter grew up in a middle-class family, the son of a dentist and a homemaker. From childhood, young Michael stood out, small in stature, with deeply sad eyes and a sensitive heart. That sensitivity led him to the stage, where he found strength to rise above hardship. Just as Udesky tried to survive among dinosaurs, Jeter spent his life proving his worth in a world filled with prejudice. Jeter was beloved not only for his talent, but also for his sincerity, simplicity, and courage. He shared a quiet but steadfast love with his partner Sean Blue for 8 years. In every role, from the tragic Edouard Delacroix in The Green Mile to Udesky, Jeter poured his heart into his characters, turning them into symbols of vulnerability and resilience. In 1997, he courageously revealed that he was living with HIV, an act of bravery at a time when the entertainment industry was still full of stigma. At the same time, he fought alcoholism, a battle he overcame, as he tearfully acknowledged when accepting his Tony Award in 1990. Then, on a fateful night in March 2003, Jeter died suddenly at 50 after a seizure at his home, a sudden end that left behind an estimated net worth of $2 million. Bill Paxton as Dr. Robert Burke. Bill Paxton was born on May 17, 1955, in Fort Worth, Texas, and was a beloved actor and director, known for his role as Dr. Robert Burke, the dedicated paleontologist in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 1997. When he played this role at 42 years old, Paxton conveyed the passion and intellect of a scientist, reflecting his own inner strength and fighting spirit in life. Paxton came from a deeply rooted Catholic family. His mother nurtured his faith and resilience, while his father, a businessman and amateur actor, inspired his devotion to the arts. As a boy, Paxton was among the crowd who witnessed President John F. Kennedy emerge from the Texas hotel on the day before his assassination, an image captured in photographs now displayed at the 6th Floor Museum in Dallas, a haunting marker in Paxton's life of remarkable events. One of Paxton's greatest life challenges was rheumatoid arthritis, which he battled since childhood. The disease eventually damaged his heart valves, leading to surgery in 2017 to replace a valve. Sadly, complications from the surgery, including coronary artery damage, led to his sudden death just 10 days later. Paxton died on February 25, 2017, at 61, leaving behind a legacy that touched countless fans. His net worth was estimated at $40 million, earned through iconic roles in Aliens, Titanic, Twister, and more. Julio Oscar Machoso as Enrique Cardoso. Julio Oscar Machoso was born on May 31, 1955 in the U.S. to a Cuban immigrant family and became known for his role as Enrique Cardoso, the captain in Jurassic Park 3rd, 2001. When he played the role at 46 years old, Machoso portrayed a calm, responsible, and experienced sailor, reflecting the perseverance and dedication that defined his acting career across more than 120 films and television shows. In real life, Machoso built a long-lasting career in Hollywood as a character actor. He specialized in small but meaningful roles in major films like Bad Boys, Blue Streak, The Lost City, and Little Miss Sunshine. Though not a leading star, he was a dedicated artist who worked tirelessly amid financial pressures and fierce competition, a quiet but determined fight to stay true to his craft. The greatest tragedy of Machoso's life came unexpectedly on November 25, 2017, when he died of a heart attack at his home in Burbank, California, at 62. His sudden passing shocked colleagues and fans, especially as he remained active and passionate about his work until the end. His net worth at the time was estimated at $3 million, earned through decades of steady contributions to film and television. Robin Saxs as Mr. Bowman. Robin Saxs was born on February 5, 1951, in London, England, and became known for his role as Mr. Bowman, the tourist father struck by tragedy when his daughter is attacked in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 1997. When he played this role at 46 years old, Saxs conveyed the image of an anxious, devoted, and guilt-ridden father, a deeply emotional performance that reflected his own artistic journey and personal struggles. Born into a theatrical family, his father, Leonard Saxs, and his mother, Eleanor Summerfield, were both actors. Robin inherited a love for the stage from a young age. He studied at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London and worked alongside legends like Judi Dench, Derek Jacobi, and Rex Harrison. Yet, Sax's career was not always smooth. After moving to the U.S. in the early 1990s, he faced challenges maintaining steady work, taking on numerous small film and television roles to make ends meet amid the financial pressures and fierce competition of Hollywood. Saxs went through 2 marriages, to Sian Phillips and Casey DeFranco, both ending in divorce. While his life was free of major scandals, it was shaped by financial pressures and declining health in his later years, making his artistic path all the more challenging. He died suddenly of a heart attack on February 1, 2013, just days before what would have been his 62nd birthday. His unexpected death left friends, colleagues, and fans in shock. His net worth at the time was estimated at around $2 million, earned from his acting and voice work. Joffrey C. Brown as worker in Raptor Pen. Joffrey Clifford Brown was born on January 22, 1945, in Grambling, Louisiana. When he appeared in Jurassic Park, 1993, at 48 years old, he played the worker in the Raptor Pen who is attacked, a small role that added authenticity and tension to the blockbuster film. In real life, Brown grew up in a working-class family with 8 siblings. His older brother, Calvin Brown, was a trailblazing stuntman and founding member of the Black Stuntmen's Association. Brown initially pursued a promising baseball career, but a shoulder injury and the harsh realities of professional sports forced him to change direction. Guided by his brother, he entered Hollywood, building a long career as a stuntman and actor, credited in over 115 stunt roles and 35 acting parts. The greatest tragedy of Brown's life was his long battle with cancer and the complications of its treatment. In his final years, he endured great pain and financial strain, as small roles often paid modestly, and the pressures of the industry weighed heavily. Even so, Brown remained humble and dedicated, contributing to major action films like Bad Boys 2, Wanted, Cyborg, and performing iconic stunts, including the famous bus jump in Speed. He passed away on January 11, 2014, at 68, remembered as one of Hollywood's resilient and versatile stunt performers. His net worth at the time was estimated at about $1 million. Gino Silva as barge captain. Gino Silva was born on January 20, 1948, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and made his mark as the barge captain in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 1997. When he played the role at 49 years old, Silva portrayed a calm, responsible figure amid chaos, mirroring the perseverance and quiet strength that defined his real life as an actor. Silva grew up in the poor neighborhood of Barelas, in a working-class family with parents Jerry Sr. and Lucille, along with a brother and sister. His childhood was marked not by glamour, but by relentless effort to rise above life's pressures and social prejudice. Like his character the Skull in Scarface, Silva's silence and steely gaze masked a soul quietly striving for success. The greatest tragedy of Silva's life was his long battle with frontotemporal dementia, a disease that stole his memory, clarity, and speech during the final 15 years of his life. The illness not only weakened his body, but also forced him to leave the industry he loved, as his artistic dreams slipped further out of reach. Silva passed away on May 9, 2020, at 72, leaving behind an estimated net worth of $1.5 million. Bruce French as science reporter. Bruce French was born on July 4, 1945, in Rhinebeck, Iowa. When he appeared in Jurassic Park, 1993, at 48 years old, he played the role of the enthusiastic and inquisitive science reporter. Though the part was small, it reflected the dedication and professionalism that Bruce brought to more than 3 decades of acting. In real life, Bruce grew up in a humble family and studied broadcasting and theater at the University of Iowa. He dedicated his life to acting, with over 150 film and television credits, often in supporting roles that always carried his distinctive touch. His steady career became closely associated with playing kind, dignified men, especially priests, for which he prepared meticulously, even bringing his own clerical collar to auditions as a sign of respect for the craft. The greatest tragedy of Bruce's life was his battle with Alzheimer's disease, which deeply affected his memory and cognitive abilities in his later years, altering both his health and daily life. Yet even as he faced this cruel illness, Bruce remained patient and composed, just as he had portrayed calm strength in his many roles. He passed away on February 7, 2025, in Los Angeles at 79, leaving behind an estimated net worth of $1 million, a reflection of a simple life and a steady, if quiet, career. Sarah Danielle Madison as Cheryl. Sarah Danielle Madison was born on September 6, 1974, in Springfield, Illinois. When she appeared in Jurassic Park III, 2001, at 27 years old, she played Cheryl, the lively and curious young student who added depth to the blockbuster's ensemble. In real life, Sarah grew up in a supportive and loving family. She was raised in a typical, hard-working household where her gentle nature and creative spark were nurtured. She attended the Latin School of Chicago, where she excelled both academically and artistically. After high school, she continued her education at Amherst College, one of the country's leading liberal arts schools, and graduated in 1996. It was during this time that Sarah's passion for acting blossomed, and she made the brave decision to pursue her dreams in the challenging world of film and television. Sarah built her career with determination and grace. In addition to Jurassic Park 3, she was known for her role as Dr. Sarah Glass on the hit television series Seventh Heaven, where she appeared in several episodes and became a familiar face to fans of the show. She also made guest appearances in popular series like Judging Amy and CSI Crime Scene Investigation. Though she often played supporting characters, Sarah approached every role with professionalism, heart, and dedication. The path she chose wasn't easy. She faced the pressures of the entertainment industry, the struggle for steady work, and the financial challenges that many actors know all too well. Yet she remained committed to her craft, quietly and bravely working to bring authenticity and meaning to every part she played. The greatest tragedy of Sarah's life was her long and difficult battle with breast cancer. She fought with incredible strength and courage, never allowing the disease to define who she was. Sadly, on September 27, 2014, Sarah passed away peacefully in her sleep at just 40 years old. It was a heartbreaking loss. Her life, filled with promise and kindness, ended far too soon. At the time of her passing, Sarah's net worth was estimated at about $500,000, a reflection of her years of hard work and dedication to her career in film and television. Ian Abbercrombie as Butler. Ian Abbercrombie was born on September 11, 1934, in Grays, Essex, England. When he appeared in The Lost World Jurassic Park, 1997, at 63 years old, he played the butler, a small role delivered with subtlety and grace, reflecting the dedication and experience that marked Abercrombie's career. In real life, Abercrombie grew up in post-war England and began his career as a dancer during World War II before shifting to acting in England and later the United States. He persevered through difficult times, steadily building a career in film, stage, and television. His life story mirrored his butler character, dignified, dependable, and quietly resilient. The greatest challenge of Ian's life was his long struggle with kidney failure, which left him increasingly frail in his final years. Balancing health struggles with the demands of an acting career in later life was no small feat, yet he continued working, including voicing Chancellor Palpatine in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. His career was a testament to his dedication and professionalism. Ian passed away on January 26, 2012, at 77 due to kidney failure. His net worth at the time was estimated at about $2 million. The tragedies of these actors are not just personal stories. They are reminders of the fragility of life behind the glow of Jurassic Park. Which of these journeys touched you the most? Share your thoughts and join us in uncovering more cinematic secrets.